I'ma bounce, 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 bounce it, go fill up my cup and make that booty bounce. I'ma shake it, shake it, shake it, shake this ass real fast. Love how my mama made me. I'ma go, 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 go down, shake it round, you throw it some more.
Yeah. What up, gang? It is your boy, Mr. Martial Arts Media. And it is another great episode of Cartoons and Cuts, man, where we have the latest and greatest conversation geared around politics, music, health, finance, and the whole gambit of things, man. It has been a long week. A beautiful week, man. Like I said, my days now are on Fridays, and I actually like it better because I don't have to rush anymore, bro. Like, I ain't got to rush and get off work, try and change, put on the new bat suit and shit. So, I love it. I actually love the Fridays, man. So, happy Friday to everybody. We made it 24 days into the first year of 2025, man. So, we made it. Hold on just a little bit longer, guys. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to unpack, man, that's been going on. Before I get into my show, though, I want to say next week I have a very special guest that will be joining us. We're moving up our time to 10 o'clock in the morning for this special event. I have the co-stars from a hit TV series called Coming From America, and it's about these 4 families that uprooted their lives and moved to Africa. One of the families that I am actually interviewing moved to Zambia, which is South Africa. They actually moved to the capital of Zambia, which is Lusaka, Zambia, which is directly above Zimbabwe. So it's very fascinating. I can't wait to have them. They're going to be on the Zoom. We're going to have a Zoom meeting or whatever. And it's going to be inciting. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be informational because I really think a lot of Americans who want to move out of the country or be talking about moving out of the country, saying if Donald Trump gets in office, I'm moving out of America, or whatever your reason being, racism, violent. Maybe you think that it's cheaper to live in a different country, and you think that your money is going to stretch further, and you can live like a millionaire. You know, off of your current salary, you might be getting paid $80,000, maybe $120,000 now, and you think by traveling to another nation that your money might stretch. Well, to those naive people, you will be surprised that that's not always the case. Sometimes it's a trade-off. Sometimes, you know, the luxuries that we get here in America, sometimes isn't like that in other countries. Sometimes your dollar will not stretch as far as you think that it may. So it's really for people who are kind of ignorant to moving out of the country. I think it's very informative. Some of the guests, not the guests, but some of the people who was on the show, the stars of the show, they kind of had that same mentality, and they was very surprised when they got there and realized that the price of food was a lot higher than what they was paying for. Sometimes they didn't have electricity, you know, and it was probably a lot harder to find jobs someplace because, hey, you don't speak the language. So, yeah, so like I said, I got the Smiley family coming in. Shout out to them. I cannot wait for this. I can't wait because me and my best friend, shout out to Ty, we was watching this last year back in October. It was cringy as fuck, bro, because sometimes people, it just made us look bad. As a race of people, talking about just as Americans, it made us look bad because we were so naive to the way of living in a different country. We always think that everybody lives like America until you don't see those McDonald's arches in a different country. Now you like, what the fuck is we gonna eat? So with that being said, I can't wait. Tune in next Friday at 10 o'clock. We're gonna have the Smiley family. Yo, but let's get into it, man. It's exciting. The inauguration was 4 days ago. Was on January 20th. Shout out to that. My boy DJ T, Donald Trump, he definitely won. We needed that. We needed strong leadership. I don't know if any of you all watched Mike Johnson, who was the House Speaker. He put out an interview not too long ago talking about that when he became the Speaker, Speaker Mike Johnson, when he became the Speaker, he requested a interview or a meeting with Joe Biden. And remember, he got put into Speaker right around October of 2023, and he was requesting meetings with Joe Biden, and they kept telling him, no, he can't meet with you. He's not going to meet with you. He can't meet with you. And it was very alarming. Like he said, he was dealing with a lot of state emergencies or national emergencies that was keeping him up at night. And he was like, well, why can't I get in contact or an audience with the president? I'm the second to third in line. If the president goes down and if the vice president goes down, the next in line is the Speaker of the House. So just a quick constitutional poli-science for you guys that didn't know that. So he was the next in line, and he was like, bro, why can't I get a meeting with the president? He kind of blew the whistle and went to the White House press corps and was like, hey, I've been trying to meet with the president. President Biden doesn't want to meet with me. So that kind of rattled the cage, and he got an audience, requested an audience with Joe Biden. And in this meeting, as soon as he walked into the Oval Office, if you will, he was greeted by Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, I think Mayorkas, the HHS secretary, and somebody else. I can't remember. Just a whole bunch of White House staffer, basically. And he was like, man, this meeting is between me and the president. And so Joe Biden was like, can you guys just give us a minute? Let me and Johnson just kind of talk for a minute. And they all cleared the room, but he said that you can tell that they had this look on his face, like, they was kind of upset. Anyway, he sits down and he talks to him and he said, yo, Mr. President, why did you cancel LNG export to the Europe? LNG is short for liquid natural gas. Okay, LNG is liquid natural gas. As you know, Louisiana is one of the biggest ports here in America that exports and imports all types of goods and stuff across the world. And that's his constituents. And he was like, yo, man, some of my constituents was wondering, why did you cancel the LNG export to Europe? Europe needs this oil. My constituents need, got these contracts to fill these orders, but you canceled them basically. So no one's making money. And it's forcing Europe to purchase oil from Russia, right? Because that's our ally, being in Europe. So we have this trade agreement, and Europe really doesn't produce enough LNG to support their economy. So they come and they import it from us, and we export to them. With that being said, I don't know if you guys know, but Joe Biden did sign an executive order in his first 100 days of office to cancel exporting and drilling of natural gas. You can look it up. You can go back and watch the tapes. With that being said, Joe Biden was like, no, I didn't do that. We was using them. We was going to study the effects of LNG is basically what he was under the impression of. And he kind of got combative with Mike Johnson. And Mike Johnson was like, no, Mr. President, I can show you the transcript of what you did. And then he was like, I did that? No, that's not what I meant to do. And it was at that moment that Mike Johnson knew that the president wasn't lying to him. He had a sincere face and was like, no, man, we was supposed to study the effects. I didn't cancel it. He's like, bro, yes, you did. Here's the receipt. And in that moment, Mike Johnson knew that Joe Biden wasn't lying for once. And that's very alarming because he even said, so he was like, well, if Joe Biden doesn't know, then who is running the country? So who has been running the country these past 4 years? Who's been the actual president? It hasn't been Joe Biden. So now Donald Trump is back in office, and people are upset. Black people, a lot of people that I've seen, they're upset. Most people are finally realizing that the inauguration is on MLK Day. Newsflash, people, it always has been. The inaugurations have always been on January 20th since, nigga, for the past 60 years. We've had 60 inaugurations now. So it's been like that. And people's like, oh, we gonna boycott because it's on MLK Day and this, that, and the third. And why? Why? It's always on MLK Day. Obama's was, Biden was, Clinton was, shit. Even Garfield, President Garfield, not the cat. So it was in that moment that I'm realizing that we, my people, we really don't know what the fuck we talking about. We really don't understand history. We don't understand poli-science at all. And I think that's very alarming. I made a status the other day, and I was just saying that I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm not finna go into the effects of my status. But anyway, somebody commented on there and was like, "Oh, and you voted for this clown, Donald Trump." Now, my status had nothing to do with my political views. It had everything to do with my personal life and how I see myself from going to first starting off as a barber, and then I became a chef, and now I'm into media. And I was just saying that, I can't be stopped. Nobody can stop me but me, right? That was basically the gist of it. Then somebody comes on and like, but you voted for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump signed this executive order, canceling the 1965 Discrimination Act. You know what I mean? And this is who you voted for. And it was in that moment that I just knew that, like, you niggas don't understand nothing. Y'all don't understand nothing. Y'all just clickbait and see whatever CNN or the Shade Room puts up. Y'all just clickbait and be like, oh my God. But y'all don't read shit. Y'all calling this man a racist. And this Donald Trump just announced that he has, in one of his executive order, declassified the JFK files, the RFK files, and the MLK files. Oh my God. You can already go on the FBI website and find, that, and I remember this, you can even go to the History Museum in Memphis. And you will find the FBI letters that they sent to Dr. King of telling him that he needs to commit suicide. And this was back in the 60s, man. They were sending letters to Dr. King saying, you need to commit suicide. You need to commit suicide, or else basically we're going to do it for you. And so now we're going to find out what really happened, who really shot John. That's an old TV show. But who shot John FK, who shot RFK, and who shot MLK. Now, we've had a black president for 8 years. His name is Barack, who sent you Obama. Remember that? Everybody was cheering. I was cheering. I even called off work that day. But this nigga never said that he was going to declassify these documents. And the first thing that my people, black people, do is like, well, they ain't gonna let a black man do it. The nigga didn't do nothing for us. He did more for gays than he did for blacks. That's just the facts. This nigga did. I mean, he did nothing for us, and yet we supposed to call him our president. Now, this man that y'all call who's racist, arguably is about to hand over the most important piece of document to us, and we get to find out who killed one of our most prestigious leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I didn't hear Obama talk about this. I didn't hear Kamala Harris talk about this. I didn't hear Jesse Jackson talk about this when he was running in the 80s. Shirley Chisholm when she was running. Condoleezza Rice. Colin Powell. I've never heard any of these black people that they put. What's that one man? Mr. West. I've never heard none. Cornel West. None of these people, none of these tropes that they put in front of us, none of these Trojan horse coons that they put in front of us has said they would do anything like this. So Donald Trump is racist? Is he? Or do y'all still believe the sound bites from CNN, MSDNC, and all of these other rhetoric news outlets? Newsflash, 75% of the country voted for Donald Trump because we knew we was headed in the wrong direction. Had nothing to do with race. Had everything to do with policies. And And here on my show, I just want to tell black people, number one, stop looking at everything through the lens of racism because that's just going to keep you ignorant. All right? We are all Americans first, okay? We got to stop talking about the white man did this and racist people did. That's not going to get us nowhere. Number two, black people, y'all really need to do y'all history. Y'all really need to start researching and reading things and looking at different perspectives other than the fucking shade room. How can you really get your source news and really believe it from a place called the shade room? It literally means they're throwing shade all over the room. So it's the hate room. Shade is code for hate. So it's the hate room. Why are you getting your news from something called the hate room? Why would you believe that? And then they only give you one-sided. They only show you one side, and that's the Democrat side. Clickbait. They don't give you the entire story. They don't tell the whole message. Shout out to my 4th grade teacher, Miss Burnside. Okay, wherever you are, Miss Burnside. Thank you. Because she gave us all an assignment one time where we had to, she said, what news do you watch and what news do you watch? And if you watch Channel 4 news, I need you to watch Channel 5. And if you watch Channel 5, I need you to watch 4. And if you watch 2, I need you to watch 11. And Lou, what's the word, baby? What's going on, gang? And in that assignment, we were supposed to watch the news and then, you know, gather the information and then come back and we supposed to share what we saw on the news. Well, that time that we did, we realized that we all watched the news at the same time, but we was watching different stations. And even though they covered the same story, it had a different damn, what's the word that I'm looking for? I just threw a blank. Not storyline, but damn, I can't think of the word. But you know what I'm trying to say, man. I just drew a blank. Anyway, man, we found out that watching different news that they all was telling different stories to fit their agenda. You know what I mean? They all had their own agenda that they wanted to push, even though it was the same story. And it was at that moment when I realized that the news, even though it might be accurate, but they're not covering the entire news with accuracy. Okay, they're only covering it from their point of view and the news is supposed to be unbiased, but it's not. Apparently, they only rooting for whatever side that they like. Their constituents, their benefactors, whoever pays the most money, that's who the narrative. That's the word I was looking for. Each news had a different narrative that they was trying to push. You feel me? And so that's the same thing with BET and the rest of these clown ass news. They only push one narrative, and that's to keep black people in this frenzy state and always feeling like we're supposed to be oppressed. We're supposed to be upset all the time, and we only supposed to vote one way, and that's the Democrat Party. And if we did our history and understood that the Democrat Party has done nothing for black people at all, if you really think because Lyndon Baines Johnson signed that motherfucking 64 legislation, the Civil Rights Act, man, he ain't do that shit because he loved black people. At the time, Thurgood Marshall, shout out to him, first black Supreme Court justice. You got in his archives, he talks about Lyndon Baines Johnson, how LBJ referred to him as a nigger. Hard R, nigger. Referred to him as a nigger, the nigger judge. The nigger judge. I'm just, these are facts, bro. And he even said that I would have black people voting Democrats. And he really said I would have these niggas voting Democrats for the next 100 years. I think we are about to come to an end of this 100 years because we just voted the opposite way, going red. These are all his quotes. He did not respect black people. He only did this. It was an economic power move for black people to enter into the mainstream economy. All right. the black dollar prior to the 64 civil rights movement was circulating about 6 times. That motherfucker was circulating 6 times. We had our own schools. We had our own cobblers. We had our own lawyers. We were our own doctors. All right? This is facts. What's my guy that did the first open heart surgery? Dr. I can't remember his name right now. I'm so sorry. But my brother who did the first open heart surgery came from that same community of black folks treating black folks. You feel me? It was because of him. When they found out that black people was making more money than our white counterparts, they said, oh, we got to get some of this bread. And that's when this whole cloak of integration came through. All under the design and the disguise of we want to help you guys. We want you guys to be mainstream too, blase, blase. It was just to get our money. And if you check the records back in prior to the 64 integration, we stayed married longer, we had more kids, and our communities was not dilapidated. And we own more of the wealth. We own more than 1% of the nation's wealth. Now we don't get married. Our communities are trash. All we do is have kids out of wedlock. We depend on the state for government assistance. Crime is rampant. Education is down. And we only earn less than 1% of the wealth. And we're free. My generation is the most freest generation ever. We're the most freest generation. I can go anywhere. I can read a book. My boy Justin, he's white right now. It's 2 white guys right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the dream. This is what Martin Luther King wanted, bro. We all can go out and grab a beer right now. Right now. And no one's going to stop us. So who's being oppressed here? This is the most free that we've ever been. But this is also the most ignorant we've ever been because we don't pick up a book. We don't do no history lessons. We don't read. And all we want to do is argue, argue, argue. And that's why we are behind. That's why we're not moving forward as a culture. Because we're not learning from our mistakes. So, I'm going around the gambit, man, because I think it's time that we as a society stop playing the race game. The worst thing that happened in America was racism, was slavery. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing because we don't even view each other as Americans. That's why China will always win because everybody in China is Chinese and everybody in America is racist. That's what Dave Chappelle said. You know what I'm saying? And I want to fight back and be like, bro, why has it got to be like that? I love my nation just as much as the next person. And I love this president not because, somebody said that I got, I think Stockholm syndrome or some shit like that. I don't know. You're crazy, okay? People just throw out ludicrous terms and shit like that. You got Stockholm syndrome because, you praise this white man. Oh, you're stupid. I don't praise nobody but myself, okay? And when we did praise a black man, Barack Obama, where the hell did it get us? Nowhere. It got us nowhere. We always like, Jeezy made a whole song. My president is black. My Lambo blue. Niggas was out crip walking all over the motherfucking place. And during his presidency, more black people got killed and hung than post Jim Crow era. Than during the Jim Crow era. This is a fact. I mean, come on, bro. The cop killings, man. The Jena 6 riots. Trayvon Martin. This nigga didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We had Trayvon Martin. We had Mike Brown. You know, Philando Castile. All these motherfuckers, bro. It was a lynching of niggas under a nigga president. Come on, man. And he said nothing. He sat back and did nothing, said nothing. Nothing. All right? So, stymie that, okay? Stymie that. And so my thing is, bro, like, we have to look at the bigger picture, it's not about race anymore, man. We beyond that. It's about what can you do for me as a countryman? You know, that's what it's about. Is my life getting better? Or are you making my life worse? I don't care if it was a black woman running for office. I don't care if it's a white man. That shit don't faze me no more. It's not about that. It's about your policies. That's all it's about. And I encourage everybody to go read a book. Go watch Sky News. Go watch Fox News. Go listen to Pat Bet David podcast. Go listen to the Benny Show. Go listen to Devori Darkin's show. Go listen to someone else because and I'm finna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about why y'all mad at Nelly. But my final point is and then I'm gonna get this break is like we need to start having more conversations about politics. We don't talk about it enough, actually, and that's why it's a shame. It's shameful, like getting into debates with most black people because most black people, most Americans don't even know what's truly going on. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even watch C-SPAN. You know what I'm saying? That's the Congress channel where you can literally watch them all day deliberate and sign bills into legislation. Y'all don't watch C-SPAN. I can't. All we talk about is entertainment in the black community. That's all we talk about. Drugs, sex, rock and roll. That's all we talk about. I go to a bar right now with a couple of black friends, and we ain't gonna talk. The deepest conversation that we'll have is gonna be about church. That's the furthest it gets. Once you throw politics in, two things that black people is gonna say is, oh, Donald Trump is racist, or oh, give me that stimulus check. That shows how intelligent you truly are because it's been 8 years since we had a stimulus check. And so that type of rhetoric is going to keep us stuck. I'm going to take another quick break. Not another one. This is my first break. I'm going to take a break real quick, man. This is Crime Dine with Hammer.
Every day we on the block. Hey, watch the cops. They tryna trick us out our spot. I never stop. I run it up, to the top. Then hit the bottom. I tell that bitch to take a swab. I'm $1. She tryna get me out my commas. She know I'm a problem. The bitch, she tryna meet my mama. I ain't with the drama. I had to take her to Alabama. She know I'm a slammer. I had to hit brick with the hammer. Smell like shitty campers. You better hope you get your hoe back. My nigga smoking throwback. Little nigga, yeah, you know that. You better hit your bitch up, yeah, you better get your go back. You better get a throwback. My nigga, yeah, we blow that. Hey, running through this shit, brick at a time, flipping zip. And Hannah Montana, she put it right under her lip. And then she hit the post, she grabbed him, he'll bust down his strip. And I know that shit for real. And I know that shit be real. Punch the clock. Every day we on the block. Hey, watch the cops. They tryna trick us out our spot. I never stop. I run it up, to the top. Then hit the bottom. I tell that bitch to take a swab. I'm $1. She tryna get me out my commas. She know I'm a problem. The bitch, she tryna meet my mama. I ain't with the drama. I had to take her to Alabama. She know I'm a slammer. I had to hit brick with the hammer. Smell like shitty Pampers. We know you, bitch. Crack down. Still out here doing this shit, nigga. Fuck whoever ain't with me.
All right, man. We are back, man. We are back. That was Crime Dine with Hammer. Shout out to Crime Dine, man. He was at he shot that video at South by Southwest. I think he passed too. I don't know. R.I.P. to him, man. But yeah, man, we got a guest that just pulled up, man. We got the real Ryan Reynolds in the house, man. What's going on, Ryan, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, thank you, man. I was just overhearing some of the things. I was like, man.
You want to speak in the mic, bro? So go ahead.
We have some fire, and I am the real Ryan Reynolds, they say.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. My legal name. I love to thank my mom for this. I'm like Ryan Brett Reynolds, you know.
Yeah.
With a great value version, Ryan Reynolds. But dude, I was hearing some stuff, and it's some good stuff I'm hearing for your podcast. But I just kind of want to touch base later on and stuff. But excuse me, dang it, you're getting to talking to the microphone here.
Is it up? Okay.
But yeah, man, I'm hearing some stuff, and I love it, dude. I was just kind of checking it out, man. But it's an honor and privilege, dude, and I love everything going on so far, dude.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you for listening. And you know, I'm glad that you actually like came on because it kind of shows the unity of America and kind of like what I was saying, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's like it goes deeper than just black, white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about that, bro.
It's wonderful too, and I heard like you touch base and just kind of touch base on our generation, and we. To kind of understand that we don't touch the history. We, you know, like our generation, we were saying, I was laughing in the back with Justin. I call him JCap, everyone doesn't know.
Yeah.
The guy that's kind of doing the hard work in the back, Justin. I was like, man, this dude is like throwing heat. Our generation doesn't know shit. I was like, damn. I was like, he's like making sounds like, but man, I was just kind of listening in. I was like, that's true though, man. It doesn't define anything. It just kind of, I was listening to history repeats itself, and sometimes our generation just doesn't take the time or so involved with 10 other things going on, TikTok, Instagram, you know, whatever may be going on. I know I'm just kind of saying a few things, but I was just like, I kind of agree with a lot of the things you were touching base with, and just to kind of put icing on top of the cake, I thought it was like, wow, we kind of like-minded there in that sense. But I was really curious, what is your personal opinion on a few other things? Like, what do you think like we could improve on without, you know, touching base and digging too deep, or with our generation, I guess?
Oh, definitely, man. I appreciate that once again. I think so. My thing is that you hit the nail on the head. We don't take a civics course about our country. All we know is, oh, America's bad. Oh, this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, we have to really understand the laws of the land, man. You know. The news has been tricking us, you know, to pit us against each other for real. And I think what we need to start doing is we need to start reading and start listening to people, having these tough conversations to get over these hurdles. Because if all we do is stay in the echo chamber and, you know, say me and you, we got the same like-minded, then, you know, that's not getting nowhere. We have to talk to other people who may not agree with you or whatnot. My friend, she made a joke because she was like, you know, if a person made a movie about why racism isn't bad or why slavery was actually a good thing, and she's black, she said, I would actually watch it. She said, I would laugh, but I would watch it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, me too, because I would want to see that person's point of view, that person's perspective.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
So,
like,
okay, I totally see what. Now that's one thing. Like I see in that sense of direction. Like that's what I love about St. Louis is that diversity right there in itself. Like in that in that nutshell right there. You don't see that in a lot of cities. Like in a lot of cities, you'll see a lot of, you know, okay, this community does this community. In the Midwest, it kind of is a melting pot. I do love that, especially, you know, whether it's networking, podcasts, you name it. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm starting to see that more, I guess, as our, you know, this generation, which is good.
Yeah.
And then also you do see where, you know, a lot of times it's still ancient and it's still not a lot of it happening. It's still, I guess you could say, it's light years behind.
Yeah.
But not like I couldn't agree 1,000% more though. Like I agree 100%. I do have to pick your brain a little bit though. Who's your favorite? I guess you could say favorite actor, because you're talking about like joining and just networking and just kind of coming together. Mm-hmm. I love that. That's why I love, like you're talking about Chappelle and touching base with that guy. I love Chappelle.
I love Chappelle.
Yes, I love a lot of you know, different actors that are bringing a lot of different things, like the Kill Tony bringing a lot of things together. Different, you know, Theo Vaughn, different actors, comedians. Yeah. But I hear what you're laying down, I'm bagging what you're raking. I was just kind of saying, like, I just want to pick your brain. Who's your favorite actor, maybe? Who what movies does, you know, roles, things like that nature. What kind of do you lean towards if you had a favorite actor?
I like Man, it's different now because I don't watch a lot of movies. But one of my favorite, I like Don Cheadle. He's a very good actor.
Yes.
He's versatile.
Yeah.
My favorite comedian I would say is like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams.
Okay.
But I also love growing up. I was a huge Robin Williams fan. My boy Jim Carrey, he can't do no wrong.
Yeah, have you seen Jim Carrey, 1,000 Faces?
Oh no, I ain't see that.
Man, check it out sometimes. And man, if anyone's listening, check it out too because it's a heck of a show. It's literally, it's definitely different. But
Is
Jim
that
Carrey, it's on a document series. It's on HBO, but it's something else. Man.
Okay.
But Jim Carrey, when I hear that name, I'm always got to tell somebody about him.
I love Jim Carrey. My favorite movie of him is The Truman Show.
Yes, I love.
And I tell people all the time, like, if you really want to know what's going on in the world,
check it out.
man, check out The Truman Show.
I love it, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he had this one documentary, Jim Carrey, when he was playing his favorite actor. The dude that was in Saturday Night Live.
Saturday. Okay, yeah, man. I was going through a Rolodex there of a few of them. He's got a lot. He's got so many movies. I could think of 1,000 movies. Saturday Night Live. He had a few different skits too.
Yeah.
Excuse me, dang it.
It was a documentary about one of his favorite comedians growing up who starred on Saturday Night Live.
Was it Sam Kinison? Man, I remember something you're touching base with. I don't want to give the people the wrong name.
Right. I can't think of. I'm gonna come back, gang, with the name, but it showed like at that time, and I'll probably look it up on break. At that time, he's so deep into spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
And funny story is like when I was younger, watching him on In Living Color.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was white.
Diversity.
I just saw him as a person. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I didn't know that until as I got older. Like,
They're-
he's white.
Man,
I was like,
that's what I love about it, man.
Yeah.
Because he brought a lot of people together. Like that's what I love, and that's a cultural thing too, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's what our generation kind of is like searching for. We're searching for, we're searching for that culture corner who can bring it together. Like
Definitely.
every generation needs it, and I think it's just kind of that time, man. I couldn't agree more though. It's crazy.
Absolutely, man. Because to me, our generation, like I said earlier, like this generation, we're the most freest from all of our parents. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go anywhere. Like me and you, we can sit down right now and have this conversation
right in front of us.
bro. You know, it ain't the cops not finna come and beat our ass or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yes.
Like, so it's like and so with that, it's like now, I was telling my friend, like, it's only been 40, 50 years since the desegregation movement.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not that long.
It's not that long ago, bro. And when you think about it, it's only been 100 years. Like the last living slaves just died in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like they just died.
And and you gotta think there's ancestors and generations before. Like that's what I'm saying. Like crazy thing.
We just gotta have tough conversations, and I think like it's up to our generation because I see it a lot more. You know, I went to school. It was a very diverse school that I went to, and we didn't have those problems of like racism or nothing like that. Everybody respected everybody just off the strength of being human.
See, would you say that had an impact on how you grew up? Because you could tell when. Obviously, you talk. You're like you have a different outlook on life. You're just kind of, you understand different point of views. And there's some people that I meet. I have a Rolodex of friends. I can count on my fingers who I can really depend on. But I have a lot of acquaintances.
Right.
And a lot of acquaintances that I am friends with or acquaintance with, they were raised in a totally different community.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wow, that's crazy. Like you hold a door for someone, or you help someone with car problems on the side of the road. Where I come from, that's normal. Some buddies I have with, they're like, oh man, you don't give a ride to someone you don't know, or you don't help someone you don't know. Things like that, and you're just kind of like, wow, some people were raised different, cut from different cloths.
True that.
And it's like I was kind of, a lot of people are protected. I was kind of protected, and then you see that when you grow up, like we're coddled a lot. Our generation's coddled.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm like, it took me a long time. I was like, man, I thought everyone was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you get shitted on a few times, you're like, damn, that's crazy. But then you do meet like-minded people, and it's kind of like, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Like Mike Tyson has a crazy saying. He's like, human beings are just human beings dressed in funny clothes. I'm like, I'm just thinking, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But then you meet people that are cool, and like-minded, like we're having a conversation, things like that, and then you meet assholes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was a big learning step when I was, I'm still learning. I'm 26, 20. How old are you? You 30?
I'm 33.
33.
So, yeah.
Okay. Same age.
We same age
basically.
bracket,
Yeah,
though.
same age. And that's why I'm like, you can see the good and bad in everything. And I'm still learning and taking a lot of bad too. I'm like, wow, that's crazy, but it's normal. Like that's normal. Our generation is normal. Like, oh, everyone's favorite word is no now. And,
Yeah.
like my grandfather's favorite word you say is yes, yes, yes. Everyone's favorite word is no. And
Yeah.
I think that's like, everyone, it's just. I think COVID also had a big impact. COVID fucked.
Oh yeah, COVID fucked up the whole human experience, man. It made us. And we was already mean here in America, but
Right.
that's so social distancing, and it was like I, me,
Man.
take the shot because of me, and it's like nobody was listening to the next person. You was like, I don't trust that shit.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm about to sue COVID shot. I took a shot. I'm still can't. My vision's still fucked up.
For real?
I can't see nothing.
Bro, that's that jab.
No,
That's that jab, bro.
I got the Johnson and Johnson. I'm coming for you, Johnson
bro.
and Johnson. Good Lord.
So I'm coming for you, Johnson.
I forgot. I'll be back, motherfuckers. Good Lord.
I didn't fuck with the shot at all.
Thank God you didn't get it.
I didn't trust
Oh,
it, bro.
lucky.
I looked at the mortality rate. That's what I did. And I was telling people that they showed the numbers. They showed the numbers every day of the mortality rate. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
10 million people probably contracted it, but only 1,000 died.
And you're spitting real facts here. Because like anyone listening to this, he's spitting real facts. Because I was put it. My father got this. My stepfather got my father raised. But anyways, he got the shot. I took him to the urgent care. He's like, okay, well, we need to get vaccinated. I said, okay, I'll get vaccinated a week after you pops. He got the shot. He's kind of like the rat test, the family.
Yeah.
He's the first one in the family to get it. He got the shot. He came back with literally pale, white as it goes, sweating bullets. I'm sitting there, like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I don't know about.
I don't, bro.
And dude, he looked like he was about on it. He almost went back to the hospital, deathly ill,
For real?
throwing up horribly. Man, dude, it's scary. And then of course my dumbass gets it a week later.
Right.
Doesn't have any of those symptoms. I don't know though.
I don't know, but because people still saying this, we won't know the effects of that shot for another 8 years. You know what I mean? Like, it takes 10 years to get a case study.
I can't. That's on.
So it's like we really won't know the effects. Like, it can be something down the line to where we might be you might be not fertile but impotent. You feel me? Like, who knows, bro?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dead ass. Like, we really don't know the effects. We could turn into frogs overnight.
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely this is a kind of a touchy situation because we might fuck around. Now we're talking about having a civil conversation. The government guys could come in. We're talking about COVID shots. They could shut us down, boys.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about something right now that's gonna be on documentaries in 20 years, 30 years. If you've got the COVID shot back, like that commercial at 2 o'clock in the-
Mesothelioma and shit like that.
Like, and people are gonna be coming out the woodworks. My name's Ronnie. I got the shot in 2017. Like, type shit. Like, dear Lord.
I know,
dude.
man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting my money.
Bro, and what's crazy is that they had made it's a law where you can't sue these niggas. You can't sue the vaccine companies.
Shit.
You can't sue them, bro, because it was an experiment and whatever. And these are the laws of the land to where it's like, yeah, you can sue anybody, right? But not Johnson & Johnson.
Damn.
And none of these niggas, Moderna.
And I did have a pamphlet full of paperwork.
You can't do it.
And I only got the shot because I went to Hawaii, right? I found a little,
a
little honey.
Okay.
And she's from Hawaii, blah, blah, blah. She had family. She's like, I want to meet my family, blah. So I had to get the shot to go outside the
Right.
country. I was like,
But Hawaii's in the
Hawaii's all
state.
50 states.
Right.
Well, technically, you're going, blah, 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 international. I don't fucking know. So I couldn't go outside the country, 50, blah, 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 unless I got the shot. So I got the shot to go with homegirl. She's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. It was fun. And I go out there. No symptoms, nothing. But I got to thinking, I was like, man, I got the shot, and I made it solid 4 years. COVID came out 2020.
2020, yeah.
And I made it 2023. So 3 years. I was going strong without a shot. Nothing. Didn't
Really?
catch COVID. Man, I got the immune system of a mule.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and I can lick any doorknob in here and I get sick.
Bro, same shit. I wouldn't test it, but
yeah, I wouldn't either. But
Right.
don't quote me. But long story short, I'm like, damn, I ain't got it or nothing. And sure enough, I get that fucking shot. Excuse my French. And
No,
I
you
get
good.
that motherfucking shot. And sure enough, I get COVID.
bro.
I got COVID about 6 months later.
Yep.
When I went to Hawaii, blah, 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 I had fun, came back. I went there for 2 months. Didn't get it out there. Came back, probably shook everyone's fucking hand, never got it, come back to the States, got COVID about 3 months later after I got back from Hawaii. And I'm like, I'll be damned, dude. I didn't have COVID for the first 3 years, never got the shot. I get the shot. Then I got COVID about 6 months later.
Bro, because they give you the shot in the vaccine. You know, they give you
They got my dumb ass.
Yeah, but don't feel bad, bro, because they got everybody in the neck. Because you, look, at the time, you was a lot younger. So you was like 21, 22 type
22.
shit. So they was hitting people at that age bracket with the
dummies.
fear. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I tell people all the time, like, don't be so hard on yourself because...
And you know, a lot of people lose wars or money. A lot of mobsters lost. What is the resort to? Women.
Always, bro.
What did I get this shot for?
A woman.
I'm just kidding, dang it. But I do.
God damn it. It's the power of the P.
Yes.
You know?
I was like, damn, I would have never got that shot if I wouldn't have met her.
That's true. I mean, look, I say to people, bro, you can't beat yourself up on it. We thought that we were supposed to trust, you know, our government, big brother, if you will. And me, I'm always skeptical. My boy Pat Bet David, he says the paranoid always survives.
Yes.
You listen to PBD?
I've listened to that a lot, actually.
Bro, I love that podcast. Shout out to PBD, man.
Shout out to them. I love it.
But the paranoid always survives, bro. And I always been that type. Was like, you know, it just didn't sound right. I don't trust the same government. The same government that killed the president in broad daylight and said, we don't know who did this shit, is the same government that's like, take this shot. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And literally, guys, I want to go back because I made it strong. I was a soldier for 3.5 years, and I wouldn't have fell short. I had a dry spell there, and I met her in a bar. I shouldn't have trusted her. It was a little, it was a little shady.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's all good. Hey, bro, I was just in the bar last night.
Like, man, dude, I'm so upset at myself, bro. And they always say the biggest soldiers lose. And I love women. Women are beautiful. But, man, she got me.
Hey.
And so did Johnson & Johnson. I swear to God, bro. I'm coming back for Johnson & Johnson. I swear to God.
Hey, I feel that. Hopefully, though, they working on to reverse that shit. Like Trump talking about reversing a lot of the damages, bro. Because families was a lot of families was damages. That shit divided us like a motherfucker. I wanna play this video and I wanna get your reaction to this. This is a lot of people are upset with Nelly for performing that.
I love Nelly.
Yeah, me too. You know, they're mad at Nelly for Ace. What's good, my guy? For performing at Donald Trump inaugural ball.
Oh, Nelly's a beast. We should be supporting Nelly for this, guys.
Bro, straight up. So I'm going to play this. People like, oh, we're going to cancel Nelly. We're going to cancel Nelly. And it's like.
He's one of the last good ones,
come
man.
on,
Don't
bro.
cancel Nelly. If you cancel Nelly, you might as well just. Oh, come on, gang.
Come on. So we're going to play this and I want to get your reaction to it. Hold on. And let's go.
With me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to perform?
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was going to do all at home.
Like,
and you know, that's the funny thing too that these folks on the left never mention, and that is Democrats like Kamala pay these celebrities to come out and support them. Pay them millions of dollars in some cases. Millions. I think Beyonce got like $2 or $3 million to come out and endorse Kamala. And they hyped it up as if Beyonce was going to have a concert. Of course, so they could pack the stadium, right? Who else got paid? Eminem, I believe, was on that list as well. Yep. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe Eminem got paid as well. Oprah Winfrey.
Yep.
Who else? Crap.
J-Lo.
I can't think. Well, Al Sharpton was paid. All of these folks were getting a check to come out here and say the things that they were saying.
Big money.
But these folks on the left are angry because artists are doing what artists do and going out and performing at an event. Now all of a sudden now it's a big problem. It's interesting how that works, but all these folks on the left had no problem with Kamala paying these celebrities to go and perform for a campaign. This ain't a campaign. Donald Trump's not running anymore. These are just events. These are events where a lot of people are coming, they're having a good time, they're partying. And what happens at a party? Music is played. So why not have some celebrities come and play some live music, come and perform? I don't get it.
So, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life
yes, sir, and we appreciate your service
on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to
now it gets really good. Listen close.
Show me where he's a white supremacist. And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacy. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah. See, I love what Nelly is doing here.
Perfect reaction. Perfect what Nelly said, man. Shout out to Nelly. I want to get the applause for that, man, real quick.
Man, oh man.
Shout out to Nelly for setting the record straight. So, what's your reaction to that?
Before I dig too deep in it, I just, I don't even want to tell people how much of a fan I am or am of Nelly, because Nelly been through enough. Did you know they caught Nelly about 2-3 months? Nelly ain't. So this is what I say. Nelly should be a fan of the government, bro. Nelly was trying to enjoy a casino night outside of Ameristar St. Charles night. I believe 4 or 5 months ago. Got caught with a little weed, maybe a little. Who knows? Whatever.
Got locked up in Maryland Heights. Yep.
And they threw him under the bus. So for him to even have, like, you almost feel bad for the guy because he's a. I love just before I dig too deep in it. Like before I even dig too deep, like I love Nelly, right?
Right.
But at the same time, you almost feel bad because he's got to explain his political view. It's like, okay, he did this, he did that, and then, he's got to explain himself. But he get a little, I love it because he gets a little hood at the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, who gives shit? Like I love it, man. What's sad though is he's gotta go to war for what he done, and whether they paid the man or not, dude, it's his personal life, it's his personal opinion, and that's what's sad. He's got to get up on the oath and he's got to vouch for his own person. That's kind of like the sad part of the video. He's got to talk about like why he did it, and that's it ain't nobody's problem, or no one's reason or rhyme why he did it. But the sad part is everyone's gonna call him a name or whatever they are gonna call him because he supports Donald Trump, which is crazy because He keeps it hood though, man, because he's very I love how the video progresses. He keeps it very formal and then gets a little more hood as he goes. I'm like, okay.
That St. Louis came out a little bit.
I love it, man.
Yeah,
man. But
definitely.
He was very formal. I didn't think he did anything wrong. He could have came in there and been an asshole, but I thought he was cool, man.
Definitely.
And who cares, guys? At the end of the day. let the man vote for who he wants. If he wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders, who cares? If he wanted to vote for Kamala, who cares? If he wants to vote for Donald Trump, who cares?
Who cares?
It's this man's his own life. I feel bad for him because he's a St. Louis native, trying to enjoy a night at the casino, and I've lived in St. Charles. St. Charles cops, dickheads. Long story, man, you got so much money over there. You arrested Nelly, bro. You ain't got nothing else to do. He went to a casino, left, had a nice car. They pull over a car because it's a nice car in a white neighborhood. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's Nelly. Oh my God, bro. They made a mountain out of an anthill.
Locked him up because he ain't have no insurance, and it's like, bro, come on.
But he ain't throwing a fit over. He took it on the chin like a man, and. Who knows? But Nelly's got bigger fish to fry than he's a good dude. He gives back to the St. Louis community, from my understanding. I like Nelly.
Yeah, man. I shout out to Nelly for that, because he's right. He was putting on for a city, regardless of if you like him or not, his music or not. He put on for St. Louis. Like, now we can go places and people like, oh, St. Louis. He really put St. Louis on the map. And that was a great moment, a great marketing moment for St. Louisans, because St. Louis was in the house at that night. Nelly represented us, and he put us on the map at the inaugural ball. And getting back to my point, why didn't Nelly perform when Barack Obama was president?
Yeah, he should have hooked him up.
You know what I'm saying? He's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Barack Obama, he full of shit anyway. He's not even a real American citizen. He wasn't even born here, that motherfucker. But I say it, you ain't gotta say it. Fuck Obama, because he was a trope. But you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He didn't invite Kanye West. He didn't invite nobody that we looked up to. Donald Trump. And what's so funny that I find that Donald Trump actually had him in the White House perform, basically, is that Nelly referenced him in his song E.I. Remember, what I'm saying?
E.I. Oh, I like that
he referenced Donald Trump 24 years ago when he first came out.
That's
in
what I'm
E.I.
talking about.
So it's like it's a full circle moment, and at that time it was cool to be like Donald Trump. In the year 2000, what happened 25 years later? The news told you not to like Donald Trump. It's sad, man. And
the news got a heck of a persuasion on our generation,
bro. It's the news is nothing but propaganda.
Oh yeah.
They push propaganda, German warfare. It's nothing but German tactical warfare, bro.
Okay. Now for the viewers out there, and I don't this only take a few seconds, guys. Because I love where you got a lot of solid facts, man. Solid. Where do you get majority of your outlets? Because I know a lot of cats are like, I can't watch news. I don't know who to believe.
Right.
Where's some authentic stuff you can find 24/7 without having to go to Reddit, without having to go to TikTok? Some authentic news cats and people in our generation and our age that can be like, hey, some stuff I can actually go to if they got Wi-Fi to believe and not have to speculate, hey, is this true? Is this not true? Because there's a lot of people that are like, I get it, man. I'm one of them sometimes. I'm like, man, I don't know if this is real or AI made or what.
Absolutely. My ex, she asked me the same thing, because she sent me something and was like, Donald Trump signed these executive orders getting rid of the 1965 Discrimination Act. And I was like, don't believe that. And I just sent her a video this morning of you still got your rights federally. Like we will never be discriminate, because that's going against a federal law. That Discrimination Act, that's an act. And so that's for paid contractors. I'm gonna answer your question, but that's for paid contractors. You know what I'm saying? Say if you was a government contractor and you wanted to hire people to do work, you cannot discriminate based off of race, creed, and XYZ.
Okay.
But this employment, My City, My Music, we're protected under federal law. So if I came in here and asked Justin, can I get a job? Justin can't turn me away just because I'm black and I'm Jewish.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because that goes against federal law.
I knew he was Jewish.
You know?
I can tell.
It's the nose. No, I'm just playing.
It's the watch, I thought.
No, I'm just playing. But
that's the good stuff.
But where I get a lot of my information, I watched the Pat Bet David podcast, and then he has a news outlet called VT News, VTAI News, where you can go on his website and it'll tell you the stories that's being covered, and it'll also tell you, does it lean more to the right or to the left or to the center, and then you can kind of get a better accurate. So I watch them. I watch C-SPAN. I watch the White House press briefings, like so I can hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Sweet.
You know, it comes on Fox Nation. Shout out to Fox News people. Like, you watch Fox News? Yes,
I
because
love fucking Chris Hainsworth.
I love,
Shout out to Chris.
bro, I love Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Gutfield. I watched the whole lineup.
That's what I'm talking about. See, this finally, man.
Yeah.
Finally, people that get it. If you're not watching Fox 2 News with Rocky Madden, bro. or
Bro,
Chris
come on. Chris
it-
Hemsworth,
Man, let's go.
what's my guy? Will Kane. He's
Will
on Saturday.
Kane,
That's my
beautiful.
dude. Will.
Let's
And
go.
I liked him since ESPN days and shit.
Thank you.
But I watched that. I watched Benny Boom,
Benny.
Benny Show. He
Yeah.
on YouTube. I watch him.
I've heard. Yeah.
Doc Rich, who we just saw, I watch him. And these guys, they literally just watch the news just like us, and they kind of condense it and be like, no, this is what really happened.
Yes.
They'll pull up the article, and we can read it line item by line item. And, you know, that's where I go.
Break it down.
They break it down.
Yes.
And they, oh, you're like,
I
oh,
love
shit.
it, man. And a lot of people that say like Fox 2 News is not like, man, you gotta see. This is to keep it real. You gotta watch Fox 2 local. You gotta watch that local good stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
and I'm not trying to be an old timer, but to get the good stuff, guys, sometimes you just gotta wake up. Early bird gets the worm.
You do.
I hate to be rude, but sometimes you gotta set your alarm clock for 5:45 and catch that 6 a.m. news, and then you can go back and snooze at 8 o'clock after
Yeah.
you got a brain full of wisdom.
No, that's real shit,
You know.
man. Like, I watch the national news every morning, bro. And then in the afternoon, I watch it again to see the news cycle, to see what's going on. Because our generation, we getting older and older, so we have to stop ignoring the news. We have to stop ignoring having political conversation. Because soon we'll be 50.
You can't ignore it forever, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be the guy showing up to the party being like, I thought Bernie Sanders was the president. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch some news.
You gotta watch some.
That's
You
like,
gotta know what the hell is going
Yeah.
on, man. You got to, like,
Yes.
we getting too old to play this. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about a game. And it's
Mhm.
like, that's how we fell. That's how we got the shot.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we got the vaccine. That's why we voted for Joe Biden 4 years ago. And Speaker Mike Johnson said that, you know, he didn't even know he was running the country. Joe Biden didn't know what the fuck was going on in this country.
Man, I feel bad for Joe. Kind of people need to stop picking on Joe, man. I don't even know nothing about politics. I don't even care.
That's elderly
my dad's
abuse,
a liberal.
man.
My mom's a liberal. I don't even know what I am. All I'm saying is people need to stop picking on Joe, man.
Yeah.
Man, Joe was a good man.
Joe-
I like Joe Biden.
Joe-
dude, dude, the dude was decent, bro. He tried. He showed up to the meetings and shit.
Joe
He
was
did
an
his thing.
old man. Like, Joe was a scumbag. I'm gonna keep it real. Joe was a scumbag. He was getting rich. If you look back at he pardoned his whole crime family because these motherfuckers. Long story short, when he was the vice president, he made a deal with the Barista, which is an energy company in Ukraine, and they made a deal with them. It was like $100 billion deal to where they had to fire their DA, or he was going to withhold financial aid to the Ukrainians. And the reason why the DA of Ukraine was on their ass is because they found out that it was a corruption scheme going on in Barista, and where government officials was taking bribes and shit like that. And so
he was rubbing elbows with some people in the 90s, I heard.
man, he was
Okay.
he was a motherfucker. And this Barista deal, this was during Obama administration. So we're literally talking about 16 years ago.
Yeah.
When he made this deal, right? And he put his son on the board,
guy.
who has no intellectual,
That'd be like putting my dumb ass on the board.
bro,
I
on
don't
the
know
board
nothing.
of an energy deal. Don't know shit about energy, and you got him on there making deals and shit like that. And then he was getting paid a
He's
hefty
addicted to weed
salary.
and shit.
Man,
He got a
they
weed
had
problem.
crack in the White House.
He's smoking joints. They think he's smoking crack and
Bruh,
shit.
getting high as a motherfucker. Everybody wanted to kick it with
This poor
Hunter.
guy, poor Joe can't catch a break. His son's a crackhead. He's got all time. Poor guy fell off a bike, man. And then the
God
guys
damn.
get the audacity. These young punks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love them, though. They're funny. There's some kind of Cutler News. I don't even know. But they're making fun of this 78-year-old man falling off his bike, man.
Yeah.
He fell off. And I get it. It was a hard fall. You can't be making fun of
Can't.
the elder like that, man.
It was elderly abuse
It
putting
was,
that old
man.
man in the White House, knowing that I know what cognitive decline looks like. You know what I'm saying? My
Insane,
grandma
dude.
had Alzheimer's and dementia. My grandfather, you know, he passed away of cancer. So he had
Man,
all
sorry.
the earmarks of somebody who was about to die.
Yes.
Like, I would not be surprised if this nigga is dead by June. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Joe.
Give me 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I think he got another run, bro. He got another term, man.
Nah, he's done, man. Joe Biden is done. We're going to play another quick video, man. Guys, I know I'm kind of went over. We're going to play another quick video. Who we want to hear, bro? Who do we want to hear?
We want to hear some Nelly going down.
Hey,
Baby.
you know what? And I got some Nelly in my repertoire. Actually, perfect. We're going to do Costa featuring Nelly and Cowboy Mad Still. That's the official video. So, Nelly, keep doing what you doing, bro. I support you, my nigga, even though on one of my last episodes I was talking about how you scammed your niggas out of the deal and shit like that. But I can't talk your money, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know your business, but nigga, keep doing what you doing, Nelly.
Just keep showing St. Louis some love,
Bro,
please.
just put us on the map, bro. Come to Cartoons and Cuts.
There we go.
Squad made the beat.
Who you a fool for this one? Who you a fool for this one? Go, Chris.
Did the dirty. On my nigga trap. Hey, hey. On my niggas trap, stay strapped, get the pack, run it back in the mall. Hey, still in the game with the gang, ain't nothing changed when your ops is the law. Hey, yeah, my bitch stack, waist snatch, face beat, working back on the arm. Hey, she get more bitches than me, and I don't care, I ain't mad at all. Hey, waking up, you need heavy. Hey, boy, you mad still. For that nigga, bitch, but that was love you. Which one for 30, I feel like Brad Pitt. Keep 30 shooters, I feel like Brad Pitt. Coop out the garage on a Friday. Left a double R in the driveway. Boy to a man, YN. Sliding to the west, I feel like Kanye. I had stupid, brought her back and I ran through it. Gorilla glue it, made a promise, she sticking to it. For being modest, fuck my model bitches and Louis. I'm just being honest, fuck my ratchet bitches and go. My niggas trap, stay strapped, get the pack, run it back in the mall. Yeah, still in the game with the gang, ain't nothing changed when your ops is the law. Yeah, my bitch stack, waist snatch, face beat, working back on the arm. Yeah, she get more bitches than me, and I don't care, I ain't mad at all. Yeah.
Bitch, I got a black heart. Shawty, I ain't tripping, I ain't mad at all. Trap hard. Lately, I've been tripping, I ain't bagging off. That track hard. You can hear the engine when I'm scratching off. Remember all my dreams was being rich. I'm trying to say she love that energy. She know how I stay up fast, say she feeling me. Steady mixing up that potion, know it's killing me. Was born nobody, before I die, they gon' remember me. R.P. Wesley, we was trapping, shipping balls. And I had nothing, still said fuck it, hit the road. Now I know niggas make some millions off the store. I know they plotting, so I gotta keep it close. I'm trying to elevate and
All
grow.
my niggas trap, stay strapped, get the pack, run it back in the mall. Hey, still in the game with the gang, ain't nothing changed when your ops is the law. Hey, yeah, my bitch stack, waist snatch, face beat, working back on the arm. Hey, she get more bitches than me, and I don't care, I ain't mad at all. Hey.
Yes, sir. That was shot by Booming Visual. That is Mad Still by Costa, Nelly, and Cowboy, man. It's the next one, LA Foes. Yeah, man. So,
We're gonna get Nelly up in here next.
man,
That's
we
what
got
we're gonna get,
we
baby.
got to get Nelly in here, man.
Man,
Nelly,
We're
Mo,
gonna track him down and get him up in here one day.
Nelly, Mo,
One
come
day,
on,
folks.
bro, come on down here, man. Straight up. So yeah, man. Any questions, bro, that you want to ask, man?
Dude. Yeah, let me get a little more insight before. Okay. We before we close. I guess before get up out here. What What is your personal opinion? What do you think? Who do you really think? Because that whole JFK stuff came out. Do you think Lee did it? You think Lee Harvey Oswald? You think he's a killer? Because I got so many old timers that are like, man, back in Lee's the one you want. They found this fool in the barn with hay in his hair and everything fucking else, man. Dude, I almost want to believe Lee Harvey Oswald, the killer. My buddy Theo, he went to school with him. His granddaddy went to school with Lee Harvey Oswald.
No shit.
You know, he's a sniper in the military.
I know.
Got out of the Marine Corps, came back to Louisiana. He's from not too far from Covington, Louisiana. If there's anybody from Covington, Louisiana, shout out. Anyways, hell of a sniper.
I heard he was like the top marksman in his class at the time.
I don't know.
But you know, so he traveled to Russia. They said communist Russia for a minute. Went to a different place, a couple of different places and institution. But they said they already had him on his radar. No, I know he didn't do it.
Okay.
The driver.
You know Lee didn't do it.
No,
he's an innocent white man that just had a hell of a shot.
Bro, no. Hell no.
Come on, man.
Hell no.
Look, man.
Hell no.
The facts is there.
He did not do that shit.
All right.
He did not do that shit. Lee was the fall guy. He was made and paid to do that shit. But
you're right. Everyone's got to have a fall guy, though.
Bro,
That's
4
true.
hours later, after they had him in custody, or it was the next day, he gets killed. Have you ever seen? You never seen the clip? Have you?
No, my dad just told me that they found him in the barn with hay and shit, hiding
No,
under the hay bales.
fuck no, bro, no.
So he was lying the whole goddamn time.
Look, man, that's how they found him and they arrested him, right? So when he got into custody, he was in there in jail, and then he was about to give a statement. We could Google it. Like, we could literally watch this on YouTube.
Think they would kill an innocent man?
Bro,
serve for his country?
They killed this man in broad daylight. And I forgot the name of the dude who killed him, but as he was in handcuffs, cops and everything, and he was in the police station.
Ain't that long ago,
bro. We talking literally in 1963. We're literally talking about 1963. The guy walked up to him. You can see it just like on YouTube. Had the camera on him. His cameraman, Lee, why'd you do it? Who did it? Yeah. And a nigga came up there and stabbed him 2 times, bro. Shot him. Pow, pow. Broad day. On the news, and they arrested that guy. And the crazy thing is, we know Lee Harvey Oswald's name, but we don't know the nigga who killed Lee.
Man.
And why they killed Lee. And they killed him to silence him because Lee was finna testify.
And say he wasn't the murderer.
He didn't pull the trigger. It was the driver. It was a driver that killed him.
A lot of people are saying now.
Bro, if you go back, I used to think that I went to
I'm a hell of a shot, but I don't.
Bro, I went to I remember I was a kid. I went to the National History Museum in Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
They show you the clip. They show you the clip all the time. You can go into
poor JFK.
MLK's. You can go into his old bedroom where he spent his last night there because they turned the Lorraine Hotel into the museum where MLK got killed, right? And they showed a clip of John F. K. Getting killed, bro. And when you keep looking back, you'll see that when he got the same moment that he got shot, the driver looks back. The driver looks back as he's, you know what I'm saying? You hear pow, pow, and the driver looks back at him. How the fuck? So if you really look at it, the clip, this one lady, she was saying that they had video editing way like how it is now back then.
Yeah.
The video was edited where the driver turned back, pulled out the pistol, and shot him. That's why his head went this way and pieces of brain fragment was on the car. Because if Lee was the shooter, the bullet would have entered from the side of his head.
And that's a 150-yard shot, ladies and gentlemen. You know how 150 yards is 4 telephone poles laying down.
Damn.
I couldn't hit that motherfucker, I don't think.
Bro, in a moving motor car. It was the driver. The driver was driving. He turned, and the driver was a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
He was a motherfucking Marine
Secret
nigga.
Services, something.
Yeah, so he shot that dude. Pow, pow.
God damn.
Clean shot and then drove away. And then they edit the video.
His wife seen it all.
She knew what was going down. Jackie knew.
Woman, bro.
She knew.
You know, she should be ashamed of herself too. She remarried years later. I told my baby mama too. I said, look, if I die, you better, because she's bisexual. Anyways, I said, you better get a woman.
Right.
Because she ain't doing me like that. I feel bad, dude. That's bullshit, bro. She got remarried 6 years later.
Bro, couldn't wait. But, he was fucking around with Marilyn Monroe anyway.
True. She found that shit out.
Yeah.
She was gone.
And that's why she didn't care that this nigga got killed. You know what I'm saying? She probably was in on it, too.
True.
Lyndon Baines Johnson was in on it. The driver was in on it because LBJ wanted to be president, and Texas was his city. He was the senator or the governor in Texas or some shit. So he had Texas on lock. That was his city.
Damn.
And he was the one that told him to go to Texas to do the parade.
You know it. You got the man.
I do not have suicidal thoughts, guys.
No, you got a lot of it. You got a lot of it down, man. I love. That's what I'm saying. That clears up a lot, though, man. I maybe Lee didn't do it.
Nah,
though.
he
That's
ain't do
thing.
it. Lee didn't do it.
I would love to hear. I'd like to do an ancestry, see if anyone's related to that guy.
Yeah.
If there's any ancestors of Lee Harvey Oswald, y'all need to come out the woodworks because you got a paycheck waiting for you.
I would
the government
love.
done fucked your family history ancestry tree up. So you need to go get paid, folks. If there's any Oswalds, excuse my French.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Lee if he lost his life for real, innocently.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that man.
Man, dude, that's crazy. We don't give that guy no love, bro.
Yeah, man.
They just kind of threw him in a casket and said Lee did it. Man, I don't know. Man.
Yeah, even the guy who killed Martin Luther King, James Earl Ray.
James Earl Ray.
Like I always get him and the actor.
Dude right there, dude.
He didn't do it.
You really?
Bro.
Damn, my whole family lied to me. God
damn.
Cause
it's coming out, bro.
Fuck. My whole life I've been hated. I've been trained to hate James Earl Ray and Lee Harvey Oswald.
Same, bro. These guys didn't do it. They was fall guys. The Earl Ray character, he escaped prison in Arkansas.
I heard about
jumped
that.
2 states and he was on the FBI watch list.
Yeah.
They had him under investigation. Now they have the other side of the Lorraine Hotel where he was stationed at, where he allegedly killed our boy. The FBI was there the whole time in the parking lot.
Man.
They got his cigarette lying in the bathroom. They got his Mustang. They repieced it.
That's that bullshit,
It was the FBI that killed him, and they set him up as the fall guy.
And you know what's crazy? This is how I know you're speaking facts. So you know what's crazy? JFK and MLK, God rest them. They had a party at one point. They had a party to get not like a drinking party, just like a what do you call it? Dang, if I wasn't half brain dead here, sorry folks. They had like a political party.
Right.
To where JFK was helping Martin Luther King out with some idea. They were collaborating in the 60s, 50s, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Isn't it fucking funny? Both these motherfuckers coming on there.
Come on, man.
It's not a coincidence.
And the main thing was about...
isn't it fucking... Sorry, I mean...
No, you good. I ain't
funny
gonna cut you off.
How both the motherfuckers that did it, Lee and James, like, this is some crazy shit, dude. And the American society has been trained to hate. And I don't want and I'm not one to sit here and say, but and that's some messed up shit. You're gonna do that to a whole country, nation,
bro.
And that family, dude, bro. Oh man,
they family's ruined, man. It's like that bloodline, both bloodlines is ruined. Any place that they go, nobody love them or want to speak with them, and it was nothing but a psyops because the main reason why these guys died, just like why Jesus died, was because they was fucking with the money. All right, you know the story when Jesus, I was talking about it last night, Jesus, the only reason why they ended up killing Jesus because he went into the temple and overthrew the temple because he found out that these niggas was taking tithes and shit like that. And Jesus was like...
They were doing the right thing.
He was like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas paying these crook motherfuckers? So he threw over the shit and they arrested Jesus and they killed him. That's how you know he was black because they caught him in 3 days and killed him in 2 nights, nigga.
Exactly.
But
that's what happens to this country when you change for better, unfortunately.
Absolutely. When you fuck with the money, man... That's when they gonna come to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's the big man upstairs? Like, I don't want to point at one. Is it like who's running this country? Because we all like, oh, this person running, this Democrat, Republican. Like, man, you know what's crazy? Who the hell's really running this motherfucker? Like, who's got the money that people like the oil? I want to know.
Right.
Who like it's got to be some fucking.
Bro.
Some people are like fucking. Rockefeller, New York, or some Jew, like some crazy shit that people don't even know about.
Bro.
And they just got strings of like and Trump, and all these president campaign people, they working for these motherfuckers. Like something ain't right, but you can just tell, bro. Like this country's so ass backwards sometimes, bro. And that's what I'm saying. If a motherfucker if we try to overthrow, if you get a brother that's like Martin Luther King to try to stand up, they're gonna try to shoot them up. Like
you ain't lying.
Damn.
They gonna shoot the motherfucker, bro. But that's why we the people gotta come together once when we start knowing our history, and I think like this was the perfect time in history where the American people said, all right, enough of the status quo, because we was tired of the past 4 years of this election, celebrities telling us who to vote for. You had these fake politicians trying to tell us who and where to vote for, and the news trying to tell us, and they always telling us that, hey, your lives will be better. This man is a threat to democracy, when this administration is a threat to my pocketbook, man. You saw how much gas and food was. Eggs was crazy and shit like that. So that was the problem, man. And one of the big players, to answer your questions, one of the two big players is a guy named Larry Fink. He's the CEO of BlackRock. If you know anything about BlackRock,
I've heard of it.
BlackRock is a huge investment company, corporate investment. Everything ties back to BlackRock. BlackRock owns the Alphabet company, which is owned by Google. It also owns Walmart. It also owns
all these third-party chains that people, when you're trying to say, they own third party, like just like all that fool that got shot outside New York.
Yeah.
Man,
the United Healthcare man,
because dude got mad because his grandpa didn't get his health insurance paid for.
Yeah. But he came from a rich family. That was all a psyops, man. It was all a psyops, bro. Because that's what they do. Is that MK Ultra shit. All that shit is real, bro. And that's what they do. They take the brightest motherfuckers, just like and I know we kind of jumping around, but just like Charles Manson, he was a victim of the MK Ultra shit.
Yeah,
they knew he was a serial killer. He was bred to be a serial killer.
You know what's crazy, guys? This is facts. You can look it up too. Charles Manson was making music with the Beach Boys 2-3 years before he went off the chain.
Bro, yes, he was.
And that's what I'm saying. They didn't want to believe that Charles Manson was crazy, blah blah blah. Because he's just dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's some wild shit.
It's wild shit. Our government is. That's why I say the truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Like, it's stranger than fiction. I titled one of my episodes that, because when you learn the truth, you be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Dude,
oh, yeah, the truth is stranger than
you
fiction.
You be questioning shit. You be like, that's what I'm saying. I go in the grocery store all the time, and I be like, man, I'm not, there's no way. There ain't no way this is fucking $7 for some goddamn fucking pork steak.
Come on, man.
I can't do it, man.
It's all a game, man. It's all a game to keep us broke, bro. But it's Larry Flink and BlackRock and a man named George Soros, man. And George Soros is the guy that hired a lot of these crooked DAs and put the money behind Kamala Harris campaign, and like those wicked motherfuckers, these super billionaire, trillionaire motherfuckers.
And I got a good, I'm not trying to be like Alex Jones and get assassinated.
Right. Me neither.
But I got a good way to end it all, man. I'm not trying to be rude, mad, or anything. But I tell you what, how we can end it all is just have a king and a queen. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
We can't do that.
We can't go back
to that shit.
Yeah, fuck no. But
I'm just kidding.
I don't know, man. Self-governments or something like that. I don't know. We definitely kind of went over on time. I'm going to play one more video. We're going to do Bad Business Jr. featuring Nelly, Fully Loaded. And then when we come back, I'm going to give you my closing remarks. Ryan's going to give you his closing remarks. And, yeah, we're going to smoke a blunt.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you cool as hell. Let me get this.
Squad made the beat.
Jumped off of the porch and I went and bought a stick. Jumped out of the Porsche and I done and bought a bitch. Real dope boy, tell the feds take a pic. Tell the buckle up, she tryna ride a nigga dick. Big old chopper, fully loaded. Brand new Rari, fully loaded. Awful pockets, fully loaded. Choppers, fully loaded. Big old watch, got it stirring in they face. Ask no beach, I got bands by the way. Road runner, I just drove them out of state. I'm a whole 100, they can see it in my face. Sit the 100 pad on 55. I ain't rockin' no Fendi, I said Fendi, no. Window up in that 10-5. To the hardware like Penny, watch a nigga ball. Fuck a car, I got sticks. Tell them jump, on my D. Tell a fee, take a fleet. Give a fuck, ain't got no pics. Jumped off of the porch and I went and bought a stick. Jumped out of the Porsche and I done and bought a bitch. Real dope boy, tell the feds take a pic. Tell the buckle up, she tryna ride a nigga dick. Big old chopper, fully loaded. Brand new Rari, fully loaded. Awful pockets, fully loaded. Choppers, fully loaded.
If I ain't did shit for the loot, then who did more? If I ain't do it first, tell me who did it before. Everybody wanna see me while I stay on tour. While my cup overflows, mink hit the floor. Black Superman, stay in your lane, Lois. Keep these bitches hooked, man. I'm a corpse, real niggas, we extinct, man. Dinosaurs, I brought my bitch a Cartier, fully loaded. When we take off up in the air, fully loaded. Niggas don't believe me. Wait for it, I'm collegiate with the trees. Wake Forest.
Jumped off of the porch and I went and bought a stick. Jumped out of the Porsche and I down and bought a bitch. Real dope boy, tell the feds take a pic. Tell the buckle up, she tryna ride a nigga dick. Big old chopper, fully loaded. Brand new Rari, fully loaded. Awful pockets, fully loaded. Choppers, fully loaded. Jumped off of the porch and I went and bought a stick. Jumped out of the Porsche and I down and bought a bitch. Real dope boy, tell the fans take a peek. Tell the buckle up, she tryna ride.
Let's come back, man, and we're gonna give our closing remarks real quick, man. That was Bad Business Junior and Nelly, man, fully loaded. Real quick, shout out to my boy Duke Boy. I went to his album release party. I'm wearing the merch like I told you, Duke. I appreciate the shirt, man.
I gotta get me a tee.
Yeah, he got some nice shit, bro.
Gotta get me one.
Straight up. Shout out to Duke Boy. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to all my listeners. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to Ryan for coming in, man. We really appreciate that, bro. It was a great conversation. Go ahead and plug yourself, bro. Do some shameless promotion, as I say.
Yes, man. I'll be out there, guys. If you want to check me out, the Funny Bones Saturdays and Wednesdays. This Wednesday, I'll be there at 7 o'clock. Be there slinging some dick, giving out some stuff. So let's go out there. St. Charles Funny Bone, and it's only $2 admission. If you can't get in there for $2, I'll pay it for you. Just see me at the front. So yeah, every Wednesday for the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna be out there doing some material, trying some things out, and yeah, get you a drink. I think the brewskis are $2 or $3, and the margaritas are $3 or $4. So pretty reasonable. I got some good stuff. Make you crack a joke, maybe a few. Nice little lineup, and yeah, St. Charles Funny Bone Wednesday. Yes.
And what time does it start?
7 o'clock, guys.
7 o'clock, man. So make sure y'all tune in. Go support local comedians, man. Now that I know, I think I have something to do next Wednesday, so I'll be in the building, man. Come support,
Sweet,
bro.
sweet.
Straight up. So, man, Ryan, thank you so much for coming in, bro. It was a great conversation, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was very, very fulfilled. I think I got a lot of stuff off my chest.
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions you answered. Thank you, man.
All right, you welcome,
helped
man.
a lot because I was walking around life like, damn, what do I do? And I just had like, man, thank you, because I appreciate it, dude.
For
It was
sure.
Cool. It was a blast.
Bro, you can come back anytime, for real. You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
brother.
Come on back anytime, man. This has been another great episode of Cartoons and Cuts, man. What's going on this week? Oh, next week is New Music Thursday, January the 30th. So come on out, man. They'll have Bone and Mac, and I think I Am Reggie's Son will be there, and a couple of other hosts. Oh man, the hotline is somebody's calling the hotline.
Alrighty.
This can't be true. It's Iowa. Hello? You're on the air with Cartoons and Cuts. How can I help you?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Gerard Funk.
Gerard. You say you're trying to reach Gerard Butler?
I can't pronounce very well.
You said no. I think you have the wrong number. This is Cartoons and Cuts with Martial Arts Media, but you can shout out whoever you would like if you would too. You're on a podcast right now. I'm sorry, you have the wrong number.
Nice to meet you, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello. All right. Well,
man, I was gonna start a game show. I was gonna give away a free prize. Damn it!
I was hoping too, man.
Dude. Oh, I've been waiting for this too.
I was hoping, man.
Damn.
But we definitely went over. Justin, I appreciate you letting us for this time. Ryan, man, thank you so much, man. Cartoons and Cuts. Let's get it.